So I want to share with you a very interesting confession, and this is either going to sound absolutely ridiculous or way too relatable. I was 28 when I realized that I had the ability to say, I don't want to see that movie. Which again, that sounds either absolutely ridiculous or completely relatable. But let me share with you an anecdote, the experience that I had that led me to this realization. Because see, I was 28. And the man that I was married to at the time wanted to see this particular movie, and this movie looked like hot garbage, like absolute trash. So naturally, I responded with, well, I don't know, I know that the critics have really been panning it. It's getting these horrible reviews online. Now, to my then husband's credit, he has an incredibly strong sense of self. He is able to reference and respect his experience. So he responded with, well, I don't care what critics say. I want to see it. So naturally, I responded with even more proof that the movie was terrible. And we're having this back and forth where I am trying to prove that this movie is terrible and we shouldn't watch it. And he's telling me that he doesn't care. He wants to see it. And as we're having this back and forth, I am getting increasingly emotional. But then I'm able to stop myself. Because, as we all know, nothing happens in a vacuum. Everything happens within the context of all the things that happened before. And what had happened before is that my father had recently passed away. Now, my father, who was an abusive alcoholic and his behavior defined my entire childhood, I had not only started therapy as a result of him passing away, but I started going to recovery meetings for loved ones of those who are struggling with addiction. And it was at those meetings that I was starting to learn a lot of my traits were really common for adult children of alcoholics and dysfunctional families. But I remembered one meeting in particular where this woman, as she was talking about her life and talking about how she's been so caught up taking care of her father, taking care of her husband, and taking care of her son as they've all been battling addiction in some way, that she had no idea what her favorite color was. Like, you could have asked her, hey, what's your favorite color? And she would have drawn a blank. She was so busy referencing out and referencing other people's experiences and taking care of them and their experiences. She didn't even know what her favorite color was. And it was with those experiences and memories in mind that I was able to stop myself and say, I don't know how to tell you that I want to see that movie. And to my then husband's credit, once he heard me say those words, he went, hey, then we don't see it. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. But see, as I was learning, if you've grown up in toxic environments, in abusive environments, it's not that easy. You learn all these other lessons. You learn how to not have boundaries. You learn how to reference out, to read the room and conform yourself according to what that room needs. You never learn to reference yourself. And you certainly never learn how to say something as simple as, I don't want to see that movie.